How are y'all doing? You can see today I've got in some lenses action. These are the Bella lenses in Citrine Crystal. All my Sephora products have just been lying in a corner and I've tried and tested so many of them, but I'm so excited to maybe show it to you. A lot of things I haven't even, so let's just jump right in. But we're gonna start with this Glam Glow Supermud mask. I have absolutely nothing on my face right now because I wanted to show the texture of this mask. It smells very minty and I thought I'd even show you how the mask works. You'll find some, it's like this grayish muddy color, and I'm just going to apply this where I feel there's a bit of congestion going on, so I can feel something here. I'm going to apply a very thin layer. I usually have a lot of breakouts or congested skin right here under my chin, so I'm just dipping in. You can see how I have such a problem zone here, so I am going to apply it wherever I feel kind of bumpy skin. As it dries, you can see how it's changing color. The other two products that I got were this is the Lancome Lash Booster. So I was just like, oh, that sounds cool. And I've never tried these kind of primer for the mascara stuff, so I thought it'll be a really good addition for today's video. This is the They're Real Magnet Mascara from Benefit, and I'm gonna use this with the Lancome mascara base, so we're gonna, kind of see how that goes. And finally, I saw so much about the lip injection from Too Faced, and I did try it, and I'm pretty shook, especially on days when your lips are feeling really shriveled and tiny. That's when you would use something like this. Now, if you notice, it's becoming a little difficult for me to talk because of my chin that is drying up here. Like immediately the skin feels squeaky clean, like everything just got sucked out of the pores. Anyway, I've used this before and I knew that this is going to be a 10 out of 10, so amazing product. Now, when I placed my last order, I also asked for these two samples, which is the Lancome eye cream and there is the Lancome Génifique serum. So I'm going to apply that right now. We're going to see how it feels. The texture is very watery, so I've taken close to like 4 drops and I'm just going to press this, especially where I use the serum, because I have a feeling since it takes out all the oils and sebum, it might end up looking a little dry, so I'm just going to press this. I'm not going to use some on my neck too. And now I'm going to try the eye cream, which is a youth activating and light infusing eye cream. So I'm guessing there would be some kind of I don't know, light reflective properties. On applying it, I feel like it has a balmy texture more than anything. So far there's still like a sheen to it, which is actually pretty nice, and it does feel very soft on the hand, but I really want to see how it works on the eye. Actually, I can even go in with this Peptide Moisturizer. And if you've seen my other video, you know how I'm actually comparing this to the Drunk Elephant moisturizers. I definitely feel that this moisturizer is thinner in texture than the Drunk Elephant ones. I think, yeah, this is pretty similar to the Drunk Elephant cream. There's like this slight luminosity in it. So most definitely the eye cream has sort of sunk into the skin. Yay! Moving on to makeup, I'm so excited. So if you remember, I did swatch this in the previous video. I feel like my moisturizer has soaked in pretty well. And now I'm going to go, I just hope it doesn't pill. That's like my only issue. I'm going to use this mainly on my forehead, on the sides of my cheeks, maybe a little on my nose, and usually around my chin area. You can see that the primer didn't really affect the finish of the cream because I feel like that glow is pretty consistent. Now I want to see how my corrector and concealers work under this eye cream, because that's going to be the deciding factor. I'm actually going to use this corrector on my left side and the Bobbi Brown on my right, just to see sort of which corrector works better with this base. I'll first go in with the Bobbi Brown corrector. I have used this quite a bit. This is like probably my third one. Right here. But the Bobbi Brown corrector seems to be settling into fine lines, which isn't a good thing. I'm gonna try my right side now. So the Bobbi Brown corrector is just collecting into my fine lines repeatedly. Okay, I'm using the Born This Way concealer because I didn't buy any new concealer. Though I was actually thinking of the Kosas concealer, but I decided against it. I went ahead and applied concealer before I put on my foundation, but that's fine. I'll just jump back to it. But here I'm gonna try these two. So that is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Barcelona, and this is the Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer, and my shade is 32N. First, I want to compare the colors of both, you know, against my skin. So this one is the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer, and the one on the right here is the NARS foundation. And just by looking at it, the NARS foundation seems something like the consistency is quite thin. And as far as colors are concerned, I just feel like Rare Beauty one is slightly more neutral. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to apply the Rare Beauty one in the center of my face, and I'm going to apply the NARS on my outsides. So I'm going to kind of blend this all over. If I'm just using this alone, I'll probably go in with some bronzer too. I pumped a little bit more of the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and can you see how it's oxidized? Put before, and this is just a new one, so there is like slight oxidation. You can clearly see that. I'm just gonna start applying this with my beauty blender on the outsides of my face. I'm gonna really apply this with my fingers into those little sort of pits that I have there, because it is light reflecting, so it should minimize the look of those. And I'm just gonna go in with my sponge, and with whatever is left, I'm just sort of taking it down my neck a bit. I'm thinking I'll go in with a little bit of that corrector on my right side too. I think both the Rare Beauty Moisturizer and the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation are doing superb on the skin. I'm pretty impressed. I'm really impressed. And this one also has some skincare ingredients, which makes it really exclusive. Alright, next thing is concealer. So I'm just gonna wait for a minute or two, and I'm gonna be blending this out. Before I go and set everything, I just want to highlight. So I'm just using this natural beige. I think all the products are layering beautifully. Like, this is like the best application I've ever had, you know. Now really, before going in and setting it with my Givenchy powder, I'm actually going to prep this first. So I'm just going to flip this once. I really squish these together like this. As soon as I do one eye, I'm going to immediately set it, because I think that is what really works very well for my eyes. This powder is insanely good. I'm so tempted to use this powder everywhere because it is so blurring and so mattifying. But first, what I'm going to do is I want to lock this base in place. So I'm just going to use this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This setting spray really brought back some of the radiance, didn't it? It's working pretty good. I'm really loving all these products that I brought. Okay, for eyes, I'm just going to go in with this NARS eyeshadow base. This one has an issue of sometimes being too dry on my eyelids. So I'm just really blending it fast. I'm just going to take this shade from the Start palette, and I'll just apply that all over my lid as a base, just to give a little bit of structure to the eyelids. This palette is bomb. First, I'm just going to apply a little bit of this D1. Whoa, I'm so nervous because I don't even know how much do I take. Okay, this is the first time I'm even doing a really colorful look like this. I'm even using these Katie Jane Hughes brushes from Spectrum for the first time, and this actually comes with a little cloth so you can kind of clean your brush and you can actually go into another color, and I'm gonna try that right now. Beep! Looks like I lost some footage. Oops, but never mind. All I did was I just applied this shade onto the center of my lid. Yep, that's all. And I've just gone in with the third shade, which is C4. And I'm just sort of blending the colors together. I have not done this much color on myself ever. And I'm just going to build up this intensity a little more. I feel like adding a bit of purple hue to the one outside here, the last shade that I put here. So I'm just going to use this palette, and I'm probably going to use a mix of these two. I just felt like that was a little too blue for the look. So that's why I want to add this bit of purple on top. And for the crease, I'm just going to use this orange soda from the Anastasia Soft Glam palette, because I think this will bring a little bit of warmth back into the look. I'm going to very softly take a little bit of this D2 shade all into the crease too. For the lower lid, I'm just going to take that Clinique purple color under my eyes here. This one in the center. I'm so excited to try so many more new looks with that palette there, because it is so good. Okay, next I'm just gonna contour my skin with this Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick in the shade Medium. Just taking whatever is left on the brush on the sides of the nose. Another thing that I'm so excited about is this Rare Beauty blush. Oh my god, this is so cute. Wow, I am... This is beautiful. But look at that. It really just melts into the skin. I'm so taking this blush into my temples a bit. I'm going to quickly just hit my face with a little bit of this Tom Ford bronzer, which I never used. Why have I never used my stuff? Because I wanted to start my channel 4 years ago. It comes with a little velvet pouch too. I'm just going to start bronzing the outsides of my face a bit. Ooh, wow, it brings in a really deep bronze. And I have another newbie. So this is a DIOR, it's called the DIOR Show Brow Styler. And I've never used this. It's cool. It has a spoolie on one side, and then this side is just like a twist up. I also did a video on a 90s skinny brow versus a full brow, and then how I converted that 90s brow back into a full brow. Was that confusing? But I'm gonna link that right now. Okay, for lashes, first I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm just using this Surratt eye curler. And I'm gonna first start off with this Lancome mascara base. Ooh, it's white in color. Usually I know most of these are white. I want to see what difference does it make to the lashes, you know. While I'm waiting for those lashes to dry, I'm actually gonna use this Too Faced Lip Injectionist Extreme. This plumps up the lips like so much. Okay, I'm gonna use this They're Real Magnet. So it's a powerful lifting and lengthening mascara. I think this mascara is fabulous. Just look at the difference in the two lashes. It's crazy, right? These lips look like they just got injected. So they say that these lashes should be applied to the liner when it's semi-dry. So this is the Velour Magnetic Eyeliner. After doing your mascara, it becomes a little more difficult to do your liner. Wow, this lash works so well. And I literally feel like I'm not wearing anything. And I'm trying to see if it goes with this look. It does actually. Maybe next time if I'm doing something like this, I would probably go in with individuals, which I've never done before. Just pop this on. I feel like the inner corner of my right lash is really not sitting quite well. The front part is just like popping up, but maybe you can't see it because of the fact that it's kind of blending in with the lashes a bit. I don't know. Never mind. Now we're going to just analyze the face. Yes, I need more blush. and a little bit of bronzer as well, just to bring in back some color. Usually, many times you'll find that once you do your lashes, everything gets washed out. Finally, I've even touched up a little bit of my eyeshadow, and I'm now gonna go in finally into lips. So I had 3 lipsticks that I bought, all from Merit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use one color on the top, one color on the bottom, just to show you how it looks with our skin. Here I'm taking Baby. So they said this is like a neutral pink. I'm gonna use Slip on my bottom lip. Now, you know how it looks so washed out? This is where this pencil comes, the Endless Cacao pencil. So this is a cool brown and gives the lips like a little bit of contrast, especially if your lipsticks are a little too light. So you can just see it just gave like a hint of a shadow on my lips. Okay, next I'm going to use this Merit lip oil, and this is the best really. Just going in with a little bit of this DIOR highlighter. I'm also going to use the tiniest bit on my inner corners. So you can stop right here, or I'm going to take it one step forward, but I am going to use 1 or maybe 2 pearls. Let's see, maybe in the inner corner. I applied a dot here, and I'm going to apply a dot on this side as well. I'm just picking up the pearl and I'm placing it. This is also the first time I'm trying out pearls, so. This lash is just unforgiving. I tried to fix this lash for the 3rd time and it didn't happen. I'll definitely give it one more chance because it does feel very comfortable, because it feels like I'm not wearing anything, like no lashes, nor is it even coming into my vision. Now comes the hair products. Before I go in with my hairstyle, I actually want to do a sleek bun. I quickly wanted to tell you about the detox shampoo that I use from Voile, and actually it's pretty good. Like if you have any kind of scaling, it does clear that out. Though sometimes what I do is I use my other shampoo first, and then I use this as more of like the cleansing rinse. But so far I really like this, and it's helping us a lot. I'm actually done with this hairstyle. If you want to know how to do it, I'm going to upload a mini tutorial. But what I used is the Voile matte pomade, and wow, all my hair is so neat and just like sort of plastered down. All I did was I barely sort of rubbed my finger in, so you know, sort of like that, and you know, you can just put things down. But I'm pretty sure with a hairstyle like this, you would probably have to wash your hair once you're sort of done going out, because everything is quite sticky onto the head, and I don't think you're going to have a nice night's sleep if all this is there on your head. Like, you're going to wake up. But yes, we have come to the end of this tutorial. Finally, it's been so long. How do you like the look? I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new, and I can't wait to come up with more stuff. And stay tuned for more. Bye!